What's up? What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Not much, bro. We're gonna get into it today. We got a bunch of stuff going. Gym, everybody's going up in the gym. We got some new products coming out. We're gonna talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get after it. It's the Pushing Weight Show.
Pushing weight.
Now, you notice I didn't do the introductions like normal because everybody knows who I am. Okay.
And I definitely don't need no introduction.
Man, I walked in here to the office, man, and Dov had a Rally's burger sitting in front of him.
Hey, fam,
Three bites gone.
I'm on a diet, man. He over here eating triple bypass brownie burgers.
Man, the only thing I noticed so I don't mind onion on my burger. I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah, I smell it on you now.
Dog, I'm saying, normally I get it because I don't know what it is, especially with like Wendy's and Rally's. Their onions are so strong. Yeah. They're strong.
See, that's how I feel about I love the street tacos, but they always put the cilantro and the onions together.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me, and I love the onions, but it's after you eat that, you can gargle mouthwash, have gum, whatever
drink
you want to.
Mouthwash.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Them raw onions gonna be stuck on your tongue for the rest of the day.
Did you ever used to take fish oil? Have you ever taken fish oil?
Yeah, sometimes, every once in a while.
The worst thing about fish oil,
fish oil burps.
Now with krill oil, krill oil don't do that to you, and they say it's basically the same as fish oil.
Yeah,
you know what krill is.
Yeah,
so it's the same as fish oil, but yeah, they said that it don't give you no burp. So, but I was told that a lot of those fish oil and krill oil companies, a lot of it is water. So they said it's kind of a shitty way to figure it out, but they said buy some fish oil, throw one of them in the freezer, and then if it freezes, it's mostly water. And I was like, I already bought the damn bottle.
Man, 900 capsules.
Man, what am I supposed to do now? But yeah, no, I hated that. I quit taking it. I quit taking it a while back ago just because of that. I couldn't stand them. The fish reminded me of an ex-girlfriend. My fault. I'm just kidding. You been on your vitamins lately?
Not really. I feel I don't even remember what all I take, bro. I got matter of fact, I think I do got milk thistle. We was just talking about milk thistle. Mm-hmm. I got milk thistle, fish oils. I gotta look through my cabinet. I was taking about 6 or 7 things, but it was making me feel dizzy. I think I was 2 power packed in vitamins. And I was like a superhero. Like I got bit by that same spider that bit
Tobey Maguire,
bro. So I would start breaking them up. I would take 2 or 3, and then an hour later take 2 or 3. But then that becomes a whole routine.
Yeah. That was my big because I used to do the animal packs. Now, if anybody remembers the old school animal packs from an animal. Yeah, yep. The old school animal packs, they had I want to say 10 or 12 pills. And it was this size. That was one pill. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. They were huge. So I would have a hard time getting them down throughout the whole day. And so I quit taking them. But I definitely feel a difference. I definitely need to. Now, I know you're on that one-a-day old men's the multivitamin for his osteoporosis.
You know what's really so funny about that? As you were just sitting here talking about that, I was like, I should just get me a one, one of them bottles that just has 10 in 1 multivitamin. I swear I was just thinking that.
It's right beside the Just for Men gray that you be using.
Chill out, man. I do got some grays in here, but no, it's funny you said. I swear I was just thinking but I just need to get me a multivitamin that just has everything all in one pill.
You gonna get the gummies too?
I hate gummies.
How do you not like gummy worms, gummy bears? You don't like none of that?
None of that.
Why?
Ever since I was a kid, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I smash a whole bag of gummy worms.
Now, like some fruit snacks.
It's the same thing.
I know, but I don't eat all fruit snacks. You know, I I'm like a bougie when it comes to the fruit snack. I
Oh,
only
you get
want,
the Scooby Doo.
yeah, like the Scooby Doo or like the Disney ones where the blue is like that bluish color. That
Yeah.
them is the only ones that's like that. Them is the only ones I'll eat. I won't eat
Really?
like a regular pack of fruit snacks at all. I hate
Man,
gummies.
I love fruit snacks.
Yeah.
I love all the good stuff that ain't good for you.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
Yeah, I've probably eaten gummy bears, gummy worms. I maybe only eaten like, in my life, maybe about 10 packs in total, and I'm
Really?
35 years old, yeah.
Now they say, you said 35? Damn.
I'll be I'll be 35 this year. I don't know why I keep saying I'm 35, bro. Like at least like I feel like the last couple months I've been keep saying I'm 35. I'm 34.
I turned finally 30 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I know you said you was gonna come crazy with a present, bro. You ain't got to.
I mean, I just gave away my Maserati and my Tesla. So I'll see what I can come up with.
Yeah, man. That
Might let you get the BMW. I don't know.
you hear that, Kingston? No, man. It's funny. My girl was like, she's like, I can't, because she's 2 years younger than me. She's like, I can't wait to turn 30. You know, normal people, they're like, you know, oh my God, I'm turning 30. I'm getting old. You know, she's like, I can't wait to turn 30. I was like, why? She's like, because like 30 is when like, you know, you got your life together. And I'm like, that's not how that works, baby. It's not like you hit 30 and they're like, hey, your credit score is 800, baby. We restarting everything. You good to go?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I've been having this for some reason. The last week I've had this conversation with like 3 different people.
Okay.
The same exact conversation, and it's like I love being in my 30s because exactly what she was saying.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it was like. In your 20s, you're trying to figure yourself out. Like you're grown, but you're not grown. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to figure things out. You're getting your life together. You're making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everything and in between. And it's like, if you're smart enough, by the time you get 30, you can kind of get some of the wrinkles out. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it's like, I feel like, I mean, obviously you're looking at me like I'm looking at me, so you see you mature like fine wine in your 30s. But no, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly what she said, bro. I just feel like it's just like your mind working different. You made a lot of mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You're figuring it out. And yeah, I like the 30s.
I'm excited for it. I mean, it don't really scare me or nothing like that, but it is funny, you know, when you're 21, you know, you're like, man, I'd have been through a lot. Like, I know a lot, you know? Then you're 25 and you look at 21-year-olds and you're like, you don't know shit.
Man, I was a kid.
And man, and then I'm looking, you know, I'm 29, I'm looking at 25-year-olds like, you don't know shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I'm sure people, you know, people like my parents' age, they probably looking at me like, son, you still don't know shit.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
No, that's exactly it. So I used to, it's crazy you're saying all this because it just shows like everybody damn near got the same thoughts coming through their head. You know what I'm saying? And I swear I should think that same with like, I feel old, like an 18-year-old calling me old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, but my mom, them call, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like you ain't even scratched the surface.
He's just a kid.
Yeah, I'm 30 years old. I'm just a kid. You know what I'm saying? Then my granny telling my mom like, "Well, wait till you get 70." You know what I'm saying? So, but it's definitely a journey, bro, and just loving. I mean, life is dark. Life is, you know, there's a lot of light in it. I don't know, but you know.
Yeah, I finally got hit with the unk. Kingston hit me with the unk, and I was like, at first I was like, unk? Yeah, that's right.
Damn, you didn't look like unk the last 17 years. You had a beard in the 8th grade.
My girl just seen a picture of me. On one of our reels actually. So I was in a program, a pre-enlistment program called Young Marines. Okay. And I was in there 7th grade through the 8th grade, and then once freshman football hit, that was basically my main focus. But I mean, it's a super great program. I mean, we ran everything. Like, we ran drills. You had a boot camp. You were a recruit, and then you had to go through a boot camp. There was a 3-day long boot camp, and they ran it as close as possible as you could, because I think you could be in it from like 9 years old to 18. So you had 16, 17-year-olds in it. You had 10, 11-year-olds in it. So boot camp was ran as close as possible as they could without it being some kind of, abuse. You know what I mean? But waking up early in the morning and not just like, hey, it's time to get up, like flicking the lights, yeah, get your ass up, and going out on runs. So I had I was the honor recruit of my class.
So that means you was snitching.
I was the honor recruit of my class. And so then the next boot camp, I was actually head drill instructor. And there's a picture that I still taught, I still see my CO, my commanding officer that I had. And it's all ran by former Marines, by the way. But he's still on my Facebook and stuff, so he actually posted on one of our reels the picture of me, because we had a whole field day where we threw smoke bombs out, and we had missions and stuff that we had to do. And there's a picture of me that I busted through the smoke, and I'm standing there like this, full BDUs, full camos, And my girl was like, look at you, arms out, thinking you're big and shit. And I was like, that was going into my 8th grade summer. She was like, that was 8th grade summer? I was like, yeah. She's like, you probably had a lot of older chicks hitting on you. I was like,
damn.
I ain't gonna say yes or no.
The church mothers don't count.
Still pinching my cheeks.
Give you that old ass, them green peppermints.
and the strawberries.
Yeah,
strawberries. Hard candies. Them things don't die. They're like roaches, bro.
The caramels.
Here, son, you want to...
Don't tell me they were starting the caramels for you to soften them up a little bit.
Here, son, you want a Werther's?
Werther's, that's what it is. Yeah, the Werther's. Them used to hit. That's the only thing that I liked. It was them. I didn't never eat some strawberry things.
No, never.
I kind of liked the green peppermints a little bit, but yeah, them Werther's, them used to hit.
We had a substitute teacher that at the end of every class, whenever he was the sub, we would do trivia like last 10 minutes, and he would throw out the Werther's. So if you got it, got the question right. So yeah, the Werther's, I'd still buy a bag right now if I seen them out.
Who was it?
Mr. Rich.
Okay, I thought you were about to say Mr. Bender.
No, you guys had a Mr. Bender?
Yeah.
Really?
You had Mr. Bender?
I had a Mr. Bender, but he was the 7th grade science teacher.
Okay.
And funny story about him. He used to say and a lot.
Short guy?
A lot. Short dude, older dude.
Calm over?
He had the Mr. Berry haircut where it's nothing on top, but he grew around the sides and the back. Yeah. But I mean, like, kids got in trouble because he would catch them like counting how many times he said or Yeah. And I mean, he was reaching in the hundreds within that 90-minute period.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So he did it like
so we have an ice cream that would and we're like, oh my God, this class gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was our Mr. Bender. I didn't know.
Yeah, so our Mr. Bender, he was a substitute, and then I think like my senior year, he became a teacher, and I think he was a teacher for like a couple of years. But he was like a nationally known person. Like, he was like a reporter.
Oh, really?
And he I could swear, I don't want to quote it because that was 2008 when I was in school, but he had did like interviews with like president and all type of stuff.
Was it Mr. Bender or Mr. Miller?
No, Mr. Bender.
There was a Mr. Bender. Okay,
Yeah.
Because we had a Mr. Miller that was a substitute, old fella. I hope he's still alive, bro, because he was old back then. But he was he had this extravagant life.
Yeah, that's how he was.
You know what I mean? And just like, what are you doing now? He just subs for the fun of it.
I seen him. I think I was coming out of B-Dubs one day, like a couple of months ago, and I seen him. And I was gonna say something, but you ever like just don't want to say nothing because you don't even feel like sparking a conversation? Like he was cool people, and I never got in trouble with him.
Yeah.
But it was just one of them days where I didn't even want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
But I did want to be like, "Hey, what up, Mr. Bender?" But I was like, I don't even want a conversation right now.
You ever been in the store and went to go down the aisle and see one of them people?
Yeah.
Like, I'll get that on the way back out.
Yeah. But I told you, when I seen your mom and dad, Shout out Mr. Barry, Miss Carrie. I'll just have headphones in and walking around Walmart so nobody even talk to me and I'm not even listening. They weren't even plugged in. They was like, "What you listening to? You listening to the podcast?" I was like, "I don't even got these plugged in. I just got the cord inside my sweater."
You just see Dov walking around talking to himself. Yep. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, no. No, go ahead.
Cord just dangling.
Not attached to nothing.
And it's so funny because I don't even have AirPods. Kingston stole all my damn AirPods. So I just buy like at the little corner store. They'll have like the corded ones that hook into. They got the iPhone connection on it.
Oh, okay.
So I just buy them. They like $12. And they don't last. They only last about a month and a half. So
I remember hitting you up, seeing that you had them. I was like, "Fam, I got a couple dollars if you want some AirPods." Yeah, I can't do the cords no more. Do you remember back in the day? So these young cats don't even know. It was so funny. I was watching Mr. Beast games. So funny, Kingston. Okay, shut up. You know who Mr. Beast is, yeah.
Fam, I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, no, I was watching it with the kids. I was watching it with the kids. But long story short, he had this. He's doing this game, and one of the questions was, "What was the first device for Apple and that played music or something like that?" And these young kids put iPhone. They didn't even know there was such a thing as an iPod.
Yeah.
I was like, man. And then I just seen somebody who was talking about taking the case to the iPod or the AirPods and putting a touch screen on it. Like that might be a concept. And somebody was like, "It's good to see that the iPod Nano is making a comeback."
Yeah,
you
for
know,
real,
like,
for real.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
You want to hear a story? I shouldn't even tell the story, but I'm gonna tell the story anyway. I never was like a thief as a kid.
I knew this was coming.
I never was a thief as a kid. Like literally, I never stole anything as a kid ever.
Just women's hearts.
That's it. But this one day, bro, there was a dude had a little iPad, a blue one.
Are we past the statute of limitations on
We're
that?
past the statute of limitations. This is a long time ago. He had an iPod, bro, a little blue iPod. I remember I stole the shit out that iPod. But I got caught.
Oh, shit.
But God damn it, I denied it to the end. I denied
Lying denied till I died.
Lying denied till I died. And you know what? I think about that from time to time. Like, bro, why did I steal that damn iPod, bro? I think about it. I'm like, why did I steal that iPod? That was a dark stain on my. I think about that for like, bro? That's literally the only thing I ever stole was that iPod in my life.
I feel like every kid went through some stage of like taking something out the store. Do you ever do that as a kid? Like,
no, I never. That was literally the only thing I ever stole.
I remember it happened to me once because we was in the store. I don't even remember what it was. I just vividly remember the fear and embarrassment that I had. I mean, I was young, probably 5, 4, maybe 6.
Hey, I got a story. Whip out your boy over there when you're done.
I just took something out the store and we go walking out. My dad was like, "Where did you get that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, inside. He was like, "Turn around. We're finding the manager and you're giving it back to them. You telling them that you stole it." I'm like, "Oh my God, no, Dad, no. They're going to take me away."
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did anything like that after that. What's your little 5-finger discount over there?
Bro, I remember, I don't think I was in college because I got out of college and he was already 1. So I might have been out of state. I'm like my cousins. Like I might have been in like Virginia. And I remember Amanda kind of like, "Guess what your son just did?" He only was like, he was just old enough to just be walking.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, walking around the store walking.
Yeah.
And then so he had to be like 3, 4, or 5. And I remember Amanda was like, "Guess what your son just did?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "We was in line and he asked me to buy him a candy bar and I said no." And she's like, "I get in the car and I hear him back there eating something." And she's like, "He back there got chocolate all over his face. He just stole a candy bar out the store."
Ain't it funny how it's always your kid when they do something bad,
Yeah.
and then when they do something, look at my baby.
Yeah.
Look at my baby up on that stage doing so
Hey,
good.
but I'm gonna tell you who's a klepto as a kid. Your boy Vada, bro. That was a kleptomaniac as a kid. I ain't pay for nothing when I was with him as a kid. He said, you put a list together and he about to go in there. We got Black and Mild, candy bars, Gatorade. Like, bro, how are you still in Gatorade? Like, you got shorts on. How
Black and Miles was behind the desk.
No, back when we was kids, they used to have them on the front counter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to keep the Black and Mild. He's the reason why they put him behind you in the back.
He was the original booster.
Yeah, he was the original booster. But yeah, he's the booster. And then my little cousin Pee Wee, bro, he was a booster of boosters. Bro. He used to go take all the Pokemon cards, all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But I remember one time, bro. This is when I first got a car, and I don't know how nobody else seen him but me. I was getting some guy. I was like 16, and he was just so happened to be in like the store, like the gas station, and I'm pulling up and I'm pumping my gas, and I look in there, and he wasn't with me. He was just randomly there, and I look in the gas station, and he's in there sticking something in his sock, like at the register, like at the register, and he come out. I said, damn, cuz be in there stealing. And he just to give me this crazy ass smile. He's like, how you know? I said, fam, I can see you through the door. Like, you out of control.
Oh shit! I never stole anything after that, man. I had like a healthy fear of my parents. You know what I mean? Like, my dad had that stern voice. You know what I mean? But my mom would raise hell. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I should tell this story either. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but I'm going to tell it.
Sorry, Mama.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so long story short, we're going to keep it like this. So I was a senior, and I was partaking in my parents' house. I was partaking in medicine.
In the facility, in the festivities.
And the devil's lettuce, okay? And they're going to be like, I can't believe you told this story online. But my plan was always like, because this was the first time that I did it. So in my head, I was like, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. They go to bed, and I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me this story.
And I'm going to put a bunch of soap in the because we had like that smelly soap, you know. Yeah. Put a bunch of soap in the tub, start the shower.
It's called scented.
And I'm dumb as hell.
Sir, have you been partaking in the devil's lettuce today?
No, I'm clean. And so I had smoked.
Smelly soap.
So I had smoked, and my dad, he always had this habit of like double locking the cars, you know. Yeah. So I heard him double lock the car, and I was like, I froze. I was like, oh shit. And then I heard him walk back upstairs, and I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get done with this. So I threw it out the window, and then I heard a knock. So the way that their bedroom, or the way that their bathroom is like you got the front door, and then you got a side door. My dad came around to the side door, knocked on it, and you're in like kind of like a direct line of the toilet. He knocked on that door. Man, I stripped down butt naked and sat on the toilet like he ain't gonna come in, yeah. You know. And I'm like, "What's up?" And he cracks the door and he's like, "Smells like smoke in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pooping." He's like, "No, it smells like something's burning." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pooping." And he's like, "All right, love you, night." And he closed the door. I was like, whew, missed that one.
Yeah. Mom, do
5 seconds later, I heard the footsteps of my mom coming down the hallway. Boom, 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 boom. Open this door right now. So I open up the door. I'm like, yeah. She's like, open it up right now. I'm like, I'm naked. She's like, I don't care.
I was about to say, Dad, you still butt bookie naked?
Man, she busted that door, man. I covered myself. The jig was up. Yeah. The jig was up. My mom knew what it was, man. Look at your eyes. And I hit her with the the Martin Lawrence of Bad Boys too. She's like, look at your eyes. I'm like, what do you mean look at my eyes? Yeah. She's like, in the mirror. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. So I look in the mirror. Bloodshot. Man. She goes, look at mine, look at yours. I go, yeah, yours look kind of weird. Excuse me. Yeah, the jig was up, bro. So I had a healthy fear of my parents growing up. I knew not to be late on curfew. I don't know what went through my mind, thinking I could get away with that. And caught my ass quick.
See, I never smoked at the house ever.
No,
No.
I'm just a rebel like that.
I smoked outside the house, but I never smoked in the house. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny as a kid. Like, I was allowed to do a lot of what I wanted to do. Like, my parents weren't really strict on me. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't take it too overboard.
Yeah.
Like, I had some friends that was bad as hell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about like bad as hell.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I quit getting whoopings in like the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I almost made it to the state championship wrestling. Y'all ain't gonna be putting your hands on me around this baby double.
I can see you squaring up with your stepdad. All right, come on.
Hey, fam, I made it. I got 3rd place in the cold tournament in 8th grade.
Tournament.
Y'all ain't gonna be putting your hands on me around here. Though. I demand some respect.
See, I got stood in the corner when I was 16 because I was messing with my little brother, and my mom was like, "I'm tired of it. Both of you stand in the corner." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Stand in the corner." I'm like, "I'm 16." I said, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah.
I stood in the corner. She took a picture of me, and she's like, "That way, your friends are gonna know what you did. How you get punished around here. You think you're embarrassed now?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I remember my dad did. Matter of fact, my dad did try to spank me in the 8th grade. So my little brother, because I was in a BMX as a kid.
Okay.
And something was wrong with my bike, and I took my brother, but he had like a Matt Hoffman or something like that. And I took it to school, and this kid, bro, I had a lock on it and everything, bro. This kid stole my damn bike, stole AJ,
Damn.
my little brother AJ's bike. And then, because this was at my dad's house, so I live with my mom. So I didn't go back over to their house. I went to my mom's house when the bike got stolen. And then I was over there for like 2 days. But I told my mom, I was like, dang, AJ bike got stolen.
Yeah.
She's like, tell your dad. And then she's like, did you tell him? I was like, yeah, but I didn't really tell him. And then like 2 days later, like they're like, yeah, where AJ's bike at? Because we rode them bikes like every day. It was like our prized possession.
Yeah.
So I'm like, And then my mom told him what happened.
Oh, no.
So he's like, I'm about to come over there. And because it was like a $400 bike, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm about to come over there. I'm about to come get you. And I remember, I'm like, all right. Bro, I put in every pair of underwear, boxers, shorts, and put on the biggest sweats I had.
Soften the blow.
Soften the blow. And this was 8th grade, bro. And I remember they stole it from Taft. In Taft Middle School, Wildcats, big dog.
Big dogs.
Big dog.
Wildcats.
But no, what happened? Oh, yeah, I went over there, and then he talked to me for a good 20 minutes. We went into the basement. And he's like, man, you know what, man? You too old to be giving some damn whoopings. I'm not about to give you no damn whooping. And I was like, hell yeah. He's like, but you got to learn. If something happened like that, you got to be upfront about it. You a man now. So he's like, I'm going to give you 3 licks. And he's like, man, strip down to your boxers. And I started taking on that shit. Bro, I probably had on 6-7 pairs of boxers.
You sit down and you still sit.
Bro, I probably had on 6-7 pair of boxers, 3 pairs of shorts, probably and 2 pairs of sweats. Like I had on a lot, and I started stripping down, and he was like, "What the heck?" And just started dying laughing, and then he ain't give me a whooping.
Was you a part of Did you ever do the fab where you had your boxers, then you had some basketball, some shorts on in them pants?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was way too hot for me.
Yeah, you didn't do that?
No, it was way too hot for me.
Man, you had... See, but that was back when you wore big jeans and big, tall tees.
You was in the Jinko jeans, wasn't you?
Hell no. But I did have some Jinko jeans. Hey, I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to tell another. This storytelling, Dad. This old school.
Yeah, I'm here.
Back This is back like it was JCPenney or Sears. They used to have the Jinkos and the Jinko outfits in there. And I remember your boy Joston, Jimmy, he had because when you were in 5th grade, you visited like you know what I'm saying. You visited middle school.
Oh, middle school. Yeah.
And I remember, bro, while we both had it was like some flaming dice, like jeans on the back pocket and flaming dice on the front. Bro, why he coming in? We both got the same outfit on. We talk about that story every once in a while. Like, hey, both our moms was tripping, boy. We had the whole Jinko fit on.
I got a bike story, man. So my grandma on my mom's side, she reads tarot cards and stuff, right? Yeah. She swears that she can tell the future, basically. You know what I mean? And she reads dreams and stuff like that. So I will call her on that because I do think dreams tell you something. But nonetheless, my bike got stolen from the church.
In the Lord's house?
I think I remember asking you where you was that day.
Oh, you did tell this story. This was like one of the first episodes we did. Yeah, you did tell this story.
And my bike got stolen. And like a week later, my mom was talking to my grandma. And she was like, yeah, Jonah's bike got stolen. And my grandma was like, I knew it. I saw it in the cards. And I was like, Grandma, why didn't you tell me to lock my bike up at the church then? If you knew it was coming, I could still be riding on twos right now.
Riding on twos.
I'm walking around in my Jesus flip-flops.
Everything. Hey, stealing from the Lord's house is crazy. Like, damn, you just stole from the church.
Man, and you know it was a kid's too. Whoever you was really messed up, bro. You messed me. And it was a nice bike. It was a Next. I had a nice Next.
See, I never was like I said. I ain't really steal, bro. That iPod me stealing. I was like literally like.
I could tell it's still weighing on your conscience.
It is, bro. I think about that from time to time. Especially, I don't even want to say the person. I hope you don't even hear this story. I hope you ain't watched this episode.
No, you need to rectify it.
Cause he cried about that.
Oh, you an asshole.
He was crying about the iPod. And then his uncle even came up to him. His uncle like an OG. And he even like a week or two later like, nah, bro. I know you took that iPod, bro. You took that iPod. I'm like, man, hell no, uncle. I ain't take that iPod. He's like, all right, bro. I trust you, bro, because you a solid little dude. So I know you ain't take that iPod.
That's the worst.
I ain't going to lie. I said it was the white dude that took it. On everything. I was like, but it was that little white dude that took it. On everything. Blame it on the white folk.
They stole everything else. They stole the iPod.
They stole us, You know they stole that. You know they stole that iPod.
That's crazy. Oh my God!
Well, yeah, I had a couple bikes stole, bro. Dang. Bro, I had a dyno. I seen a meme. I was like, dang, I guess that was a thing. You remember the dynos? Oh no, they used to have the dynos and they used to have like the Rolls. There used to be like a bike called like a Rolls Royce. It used to be a Royce Union. Yeah, they used to have the Royce Unions and the dyno. Then was like them 80s, like 90s, 80s, like top of the line BMX bikes back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember I had it was a dyno. It was like a limited edition one, bro. It was some white dudes. They got me so good. Listen, I was like 10 years old. I was in my backyard and my bike was on the porch. And I remember I seen him because my dad had me doing something. I was like cleaning out his car or something. And we had like a long driveway. And I was in the back cleaning out, and he like parked it all the way because the water hose was back there. And I had the bike parked on the front porch. And I remember seeing them because I could see it was like a group of maybe like 4 or 5 kids. You know, they was like older because I was like 10, maybe 11, and they was like probably like 15, 16, maybe 13. Maybe they was older than me. I could tell they was older than me. And they had, and one of the kids, I just remember seeing a group of kids walking down the street. And then one of the kids just came back there and was talking to me for like a couple minutes.
Oh, my God.
Hit me with the whoopty. With the whoopty. And then left. But I'm just back there still doing whatever I was doing. Then maybe 20, 30 minutes later, I come up front. My bike is gone. Run inside. Dang, where's my bike? Run inside. Like, maybe my dad put it inside.
Yeah.
Ain't inside. I'm like, Dad,
gone.
You see my bike? And I remember him and my big cousin had just rode around looking for my bike. Because it was like a 101.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a 101 like in the world, but like a 101 here.
Man.
Like nobody else had that bike. You know what I'm saying? And I remember they rode. And you know, them West Side kids. It had to be one of y'all, because y'all the only ones that was out here stealing bikes like that. One of them over the track kids.
From the other side of the track.
Other side of the track kids for the West Side. But
And then that's when you got that chopper bike.
chill out, man. Chill out.
You remember them?
Yeah, no, my cousin Skillet, he stole a chopper bike. I remember, and I took it from him. I ain't gonna lie, I used to like that little chopper bike. But the only thing was that's back we was wearing. That's right before I had got my little license, and that's when we was wearing tall tees. And I remember I was riding down Wilson one time, and I had a big old like mud streak all the way up my back from like the bottom of my shirt from just the mud flicking on my shirt.
You ever seen them bikes with the big fat tires on them?
Yeah.
I don't know what I've always tried to figure out what the reason in that was, but actually I went downstairs to my parents' basement, and they had my old bike down there, and I was like, that's perfect because Tate needs a new bike. He's big enough now. He outgrew. I got him a bike. I want to say it was like, I think it was last year. I think it was just a year ago.
Damn. Tate is 37. Why did you buy that boy? Why did you buy that boy a Ninja Turtle bike? He did not need the little shooter things on the handlebars. And
I was playing with him more than he was, man. He outgrew that bike like that, man. Like he hit a spurt this last year. He outgrew that bike quick. So I was like, bet. And that's another next. I think I never had a Schwinn. We didn't have Schwinn money, but we had next. Yeah. And so I was like, perfect. We gonna get new tubes to the tires, get new tires on that thing, and hook it up for Tate. But I ain't gonna lie, I looked at that bike and I was like,
you wanted your bike back?
I did. I did kind of. I was like, man, just one more time on that tabletop at Indian Mound, you know?
Damn. You wasn't 305 when you was riding that bike. I don't think them tire pressures to handle what you're working with
that's
now.
What them big fat tires for the bike is for me size.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think that tire pressure built for 300 pound plus, man.
Nah, man, I see some kids on the bike now.
You don't see it like you used to.
Yeah, I mean that was your car.
Yeah.
Like that was your first car, man. I mean, I remember doing bike washes and stuff. You know.
So I had a moped when I was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see you.
I had a moped. I remember me and my homie Shantez, bro. Yeah, I had a moped, so we was everywhere, bro. We was everywhere. I remember we went to a little party one time, and I remember his dad had bought some brand new white Iversons. Shout out, what's your boy, White Iverson?
Post Malone.
Shout out Post Malone.
Why you gotta be my boy?
But no, his dad had just bought some brand new white Iversons, and he had stole them, like to go to the party. You remember back in the day, you had to be. This was this was a cool period. This was like 2000. I was 14, so yeah, this was 2004. So this is when you still went to house parties on the weekends and all that. So. we took my moped over there. We went over to Columbia Street overpass, and I remember his curfew used to be like 9 o'clock, and it was 9 o'clock. So we're flying on my moped. I ain't gonna lie.
You had him on the back of the
He was
moped.
riding on the back of the moped. But this is before you said pause and all that.
Yeah.
Man, we were securing our masculinity. We was just trying to get home so he wouldn't get in trouble.
Ass whooping. Yeah.
So, bro, he on the back. Bro, we're flying over the Columbia Street overpass. I'm like, bro, what is that smell? Why was his dad's brand new shoes rubbing the back tire? Bro, I'm going like 40 on this moped. Ate the whole shoe to his sock.
Oh my God.
Bro, his dad had just got them shoes that day. And I remember, bro, he tried to hide them. And I remember, because this was like my friend back in the day, this was the friend that I was allowed to stay at from like Friday to Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I stayed there the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So that was like on a Friday or maybe a Saturday. And I remember Sunday, he hit him. And I remember it like that whole day, his dad is looking for the shoes, and he can't find them nowhere.
My dad, it was the kids from the West Side.
Yeah,
Come over and
bro, his dad
stole
snatched his ass up over them shoes, bro.
Man, I ain't never had no shoes. Last night I went to a comedy show, Tim Hawkins' comedy show, and that's only this. I wore out my red Tims. I got some red suede Tims that my girl got me for Christmas last year. I've worn them once. I worn them once for Bash's music video.
Okay.
Other than that, they're back in the box,
Yeah.
paperback over them and everything. You know, like I ain't messing them up.
Tim, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Tim's is the most expensive boot that you can't even do any construction shit in them. Like a piece of water, a water drop and get on some Tim's, and the Tim's is ruined after that.
Bro.
Like,
Ruined.
who made that a thing?
Man, I don't know, but all I know is that I was sitting there last night, and then the first time in my life I looked down, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm creasing my tent." And my dad was like, "Why do you even wear those if you don't? You can't even wear them and walk around in them."
He don't understand.
Like, nah, I was like, nah. I was like, yeah. I'm like, honestly, it's dumb, but I had to break them in because we're going to that Shane Gillis show in 2 weeks, and I'm popping out with them. I'm popping out with the Timbs too.
Man. It's going to be 85 degrees at the Shane Gillis concert. You about to have some Timberlands.
And I'm going to look good as hell, too.
Goddamn. Nah, I had a pair of blue suede Timberlands.
I bet those
back
were
in the
fire,
day.
too.
I had a pair of blue suede Timberlands back in the day. And this was like in high school. Like,
yeah.
I remember them. Some blue suede
I got the Butters. The Butters was the first ones that I got.
Yeah.
And then those started getting, because, again, I've never been one of them people like, oh, I ain't going to crease my shoe. I ain't going to walk funny. Just to not crease my boot. And then I got some black suedes for Christmas one year, and I was like, all right, I got to take a little better care of these. But the problem is I would go out in Columbus in them, and I might not be in mud, but you better bet everybody in their drunk self is dumping drinks and shit all over. So I come out of the club one night, and I'm like, these things are ruined, bro, ruined. So I told my girl, she kind of made fun of me. I was like, all right, so the plan is we're going to go to the hotel, get ready, we'll go to the show, go back to the hotel, I'm going to switch my shoes, and then we're going to go back out. She's like, what? I was like, I'm not wearing my red Timbs out on High Street. I'm not doing it.
I wasn't wearing them, period. That's some walking in some boots. And you don't even wear them, so them babies just stiff.
Oh, they was hard last night. I was because we had to stand for like 45 minutes standing outside. Yeah. We got there, it's funny, we got there super early. The show started at 7, doors opened at 6:15. We pull in at 4. Yeah. And my mom, I pull up next to my mom, and she's like, I don't want to hear it, because we're the only cars in the parking lot. Yeah. We're there before the police. Like, the security was
even they didn't even set up the ropes
The
yet.
barricades wasn't set up or nothing. So I'm like, are we in the right spot? She's like, I mean, there's barricades in the grass over there. So, yeah, I'm sitting there. I was like, man, I'm thinking about taking these things off, because they were not. I mean, like I said, I wore them once for 2 hours. Yeah. So, yeah, at the end of the night, I got home and took them babies off. And I was like, well.
Feet was smoking.
Man. I was like, well, at least they're a little bit broke in before I go walking, because I already know I'm going to be walking at the Shane Gillis show. So, but yeah, I was like, sorry, baby, I ain't wearing these out in Columbus. We're going to go to the show. Man. Then we're going to change my shit, and then we're going to go back out.
Nah, you ain't cool unless you just wrap them right. You just tie the shoestrings and wrap them right. That's when you mean business.
Something still probably happened to him then, man. Because you're going to end the night at Waffle House after I feel like after the last 3-4 times I've gone out in Columbus, which isn't very often, but the last 3-4 times it always ends up, had some drinks, like, I'm hungry as shit, what you want? Like, Waffle House.
Bro, I ain't been to Waffle. Bro, it's probably been 10. It's been 10 years, probably 11. Last time I went to Waffle House, it was in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, and that was like 2014, 2013.
I love me some Waffle House.
I need to go because Dewey just was at the Waffle House the other day. He had put it on his snap, but he had some grits. And when I get breakfast, like Denny's, Bob Evans, anywhere I go, I always get a side of grits. But nowhere in Marion sells grits. Denny's closed down. Yeah. And then Bob Evans and Perkins, they don't sell grits. Like the last year or two, they quit selling grits.
Really?
And even if I only take 2-3 scoops out my grits, I just want some grits.
And you love the Waffle House special grits. You want cheese on that? Yeah, and then they just throw the piece of cheese right on top of your grits.
Hell no, I want no cheese. I put sugar in my grits. I'm a sugar in the grits guy.
I can't do grit. I don't like the texture of it.
Yeah, I'm a sugar.
I can't get down with the texture of it.
That's like a black thing. It's like either you're a sugar in the grits guy or you're not. And the people that do sugar in the grits, that don't do sugar in the grits, hates if you do sugar in the grits, bro. They get pissed about
sacrilegious.
Bro, there's I'm talking about 1,000 comment threads on sugar in the grits on Facebook, Twitter.
How much sugar you put in it?
So I like it I put butter and maybe 2 teaspoons, maybe 3 teaspoons, just depending on the grits texture. You feel me? Because sometimes I like smooth grit. Sometimes I like chunky grits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends.
See, we went to the one down in Sunbury. There's one down in Sunbury,
Yeah,
like
right there.
not too far off Tanger. You
Yeah.
know, we went to that one. It was all right, but there ain't no trashy people in Sunbury.
Yeah, it's all.
So the food didn't hit.
Yeah, it's all corporate.
Yeah, you know.
Nobody want this.
Like I want to see the cook with a Marlboro or a Newport hanging out his mouth, cooking my eggs and my waffle. That's how I know that shit's gonna be good.
Hey, God damn it. Hey, no. That's why so the last time I went, there was a fight at the Waffle House in Atlanta on everything. It was a fight, and I'm like, damn, this shit real.
Holding up to their name.
I thought this just happened in the movies. But yeah, it was a fight in there.
There's always a down on campus. There's a Waffle House down there. There's always an armed security guard at the door.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I went down there with a girl. I was like, "We'll go to Waffle House," and we went to walk. She was a little prissy, and we went to walking in, and she was like, "Does that guy have a gun?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, Why? Is there any place else open?
Man.
I'm like, "This is about to be the best drunk food you ever have. I promise you."
Yeah.
She's like, "But why they got armed security?" I was like, "Because the food's too good. People be fighting over the food."
Hey, baby, if they got armed security at the restaurant, just know you get some of the best food you would have ever had in your life.
In your life, I'm telling you. If they put the chocolate chips on there, man. Yeah, you got to go to Waffle House again.
I don't know if you ever heard of this spot called Super Chef.
Mm-mm.
So it's a guy in Columbus, black dude. He owned super. It was two of them, and it's like superhero themed breakfast restaurant. Bro, me and my girl went like probably a handful of times while the kids was in school. And, but we ain't been in. This is pre-COVID. I think he had closed down during COVID, and then I heard they opened back up like a year or two ago. I don't know if they're still open now, but bro. Pancake, bro. The best breakfast. You're gonna wait an hour and a half for your food.
Really?
But it was the best breakfast food I ever had in my life. Like I'm talking about like the pancakes is like this thick, but they're like this. They're only like maybe as round as this lid.
Yeah.
But them things are like this thick, and then be like cream in them, and it be like bro, it used to be the best bread. The thickest bacon, crispy, like. I remember they had chicken and waffles we had got one time. And I'm not like a Thai chili sauce type of guy. Like I hate that.
Yeah.
But that was the only way they make it. With a red velvet waffle.
Ooh, okay.
Bro. And it was like my girl, she only eats barbecue sauce on her wings. And we both got the same. Bro, it was the best chicken and waffles I ever ate in my life.
Really?
Yeah, Super Chefs, bro.
Super Chefs.
It was out there in Reynoldsburg.
Okay, so a little, what was that? A little south? A little south? East?
Yeah.
East? Okay. All right, yeah, we're going to have to check that out. Me and my girl like going, like, if somebody tells us that some food is good somewhere, we don't mind driving.
It's out east. It's either Reynoldsburg or Whitehall. It's out east. You know, Reynoldsburg or Whitehall, but it's like you go all the way out east, past Easton, and it's like one of them. Because I remember it was right there by the barber school. Because I went to barber school was right there on Broad, on East Broad. So it was like the exit before the barber school.
Okay,
I'm telling you, bro, that's the best breakfast food you can ever eat in your life.
Do you like real thick pancakes like that, or do you like them thin?
It don't matter. I just like pancakes. Honestly, I don't have a preference.
Pancakes over waffles.
I like pancakes. Oh my gosh! Speaking of that, they have the best waffle you'll ever eat in your life. It's a fried waffle.
So listen, I'm gonna have to. I will go just for the comparison. Go ahead.
So me and my girl, we got on after we went there, we got on a waffle kick. Like we bought a waffle iron and everything, and we started frying our waffle. Cause I'm like, how does their waffle taste like that? Because it's almost like a funnel cake taste.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And I figured it out. They you know what I'm saying? They make it in the waffle iron, then they fry it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm like,
okay.
yeah,
so
bro.
Like throw it in some grease.
Yeah. Throw it over, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like fried in grease, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro. They have a waffle over there that's crazy.
Now, have you had I never know what to call it, so I apologize. Barry's or Bears or Marcella's?
Yeah, so I won't even tell that story. But yeah, it's not a bad story. It's just a funny story.
Yeah.
It's a long story. But I just seen, she had a breakfast over there the other day that she posted. That looked so good.
Bro, her waffle, I don't know how she does it. To me, what it tastes like to me is it tastes like she finishes the waffle in a waffle iron.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it's done, she pops it open. It tastes like she throws like sugar cinnamon on top and then hits it again.
Yeah.
Because like
it bakes it in it or something.
It it caramelizes a little bit. Like there's some crunch to it.
Yeah.
And then she throws fresh strawberries and blueberries and banana and then whipped cream. Oh my god!
Yeah, I just seen that picture she put up the other day. Well, the restaurant put up the other day about that. I was like, The last time I had some waffles though was when we was in Vegas.
You had waffles in Vegas?
When we was in Vegas for the WPO. At my hotel, my hotel.
Oh, your hotel. I was like, I don't remember eating no waffles.
And I told you I woke up at I was so hungry because I was tired. I had like jet lag, so I went to sleep right after I got home from the hockey game. I ate and went to sleep, and then I went. So I was probably like 10 o'clock. I was asleep. So I like here. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was up from like 3 all the way until we went home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, only thing that was open was like food trucks and stuff. I was like, man, I don't feel like Uber into a food truck or having, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, the Continental Breakfast opened at 7. It was 6 or 7. So I'm just gonna stay up till 6, and I just stayed up until 6. And I was like one of the first ones down there, but it was packed after I had got my food. Where I had made me the two big old waffles, bacon, eggs, bro. I smashed, boy. Then I had to go. I was like, nah, I gotta go watch Jonah over there. His punk ass W. I was like, nah, I want to go to sleep.
You gotta go watch him bomb out.
I was like, after you eat that good, because I woke up at 3. So after I ate that good breakfast, now I'm tired. So I wanted to take a nap. But I was like, damn, now I gotta go watch Jonah.
I'll tell you what, man. I ain't gonna lie. I actually, because my parents, they go to Marcella's bar, Barry, whatever. Yeah. They go there decent amount of times, And my mom was telling me about it, about the waffle. So I ain't gonna lie. When I was working at Midstate, I wanted to try it so bad, and we had been working like 6-7 days a week for a good stretch. And I was like, you know what? Because she's not open on weekends. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a day off and just collect myself, take a day, So I went down there because that was like my main thing. Like I don't care what I do the rest of the day. I'm sitting downtown and I'm happy, And I ain't gonna lie, man, because she has those tables outside and it's smack dab downtown Main Street. I sat out there for no less than 3 hours and just I ate my waffle with the fruit and stuff and just sat and drank my coffee and just I set my phone down and was just looking at downtown Marion you know what, this town is coming up, and just the cars driving past and I was getting a bunch of honks because people be seeing me out there and stuff, but it was, I don't know, bro, if you get a chance one morning, go get you some breakfast, take your laptop, do when the weather's good, take your laptop, do the morning stuff that you got to do just sitting out there. You drink coffee? Yeah.
Sometimes I'll get on a coffee kick.
Yeah.
I'll get on a coffee kick where I'll want some coffee and then I won't drink coffee again for 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. I'll get on a coffee.
But it was just, I don't know, man. It was super refreshing.
But speaking of, if you make it downtown Marion, make sure you stop by Mike's Deli.
Man, hey, that's probably, I hope he puts up, well, he does. Doesn't he have the outside seating out back? Is that his?
Yeah, that patio area.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hitting that for lunch this summer.
Yep, make sure you stop in at Mike's Deli.
Man, Mike's Deli, especially with them cookies, man. I'm going to be saying that. You want a sub? Just a dozen cookies, please.
Just a dozen cookies, ma'am. Hold the sub.
Hold the sub. Just a dozen cookies.
Man.
Yeah, I'm going to sit out there for lunch, man, because it's, like I said, being downtown and just taking in, the hometown, man, and then you got that good food too to sit there. And that's definitely gonna be a move for lunch.
I had the studio right there, right downtown, right where that Curiosity building.
Oh, really?
So there's a studio back in the back part, and I had that. We had that for 4 years. So I used to go to Marcella's all the time. Me and Skeet used to go.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have that because it'd always be late when we would go because we'd be in there late. So it'd be for dinner, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a lot of her menu, her old menu.
My mom said that her ribeye is fantastic too.
So yeah, steak So like, yeah, her steak. I remember she had like a fish and chips, and she makes her own chips, like actual like potato chips. Like she thin cuts potatoes and fried like deep
so like
fries.
real chips.
Yeah, so like real
Okay.
chips. That's one of the memorable ones. What else? Like I said, I had a lot of like me. That was our little spot we would go to. You know what I'm saying? Just go down there, eat, and because it was literally a skip away from, you know what I'm saying, the studio. So
yeah, man. I enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna have to do that again. Take a day and just go down there because I really enjoyed that. Go to Marcella's in the morning for breakfast, kick it, and then hit Mike's Deli for lunch.
Yeah,
kick it again.
kick it again.
I don't know. I loved it.
You know what's a cool spot downtown? I've only been there one time, and actually my people. I can't say my people because I mean I don't really talk to them no more. But the Chambers.
Okay.
They own that not the Marion the brewery right there.
Yeah, Marion Brewing Company.
Yeah. So I had went in there with Skeet. This was like maybe a couple years ago, and I didn't like great beer.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like the trawler, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called. But basically, like they have like, you know, they make their own beer, and you could take them and they put them in, and they got like a compressor, like that you put the cups in, and it what's the word I'm thinking of?
Not carbonate or.
I mean, it's already carbonated, but it locks in the freshness. lack of better wording, locks in the freshness, but preserves it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always see the sign out there, but it's like I'm always busy when they're open. But I remember they had, and my girls seen it though. We was riding past. She was like, "Dang, she don't even drink beer," but it was like they had like a peach. It was like a peach something, peach ale something, and it. Just the way they had it written on the thing, on the little board out front.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I knew it was good, boy. I knew it was good. I always keep meaning to go back down there and just start collecting me some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're going to have to go down during that third Thursdays when the third Thursdays start back up. You ever been down to one of them?
Not for a while. Like when they first started doing it a few years ago. I used to go.
Yeah, they got the bouncy houses for the kid. You take Kingston down there, he bouncy house all day long. And I think last time I was there, they had a dunk tank. And there were some people of the community getting in a dunk tank.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just enjoy going downtown. Like there's a lot of good stuff going on downtown, and a lot of good food. Like you said, Mike's Deli for starters. Marcella's down there. You go a little further down the way, you got Attaboys. You know, I don't know. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of the community, out of the city of Marion, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, and then coming up, you know what now I'm talking about it. It's gonna be hot during them third Thursdays.
Gonna bring out the Power Scoop.
People might need some Power Scoop ice cream for real.
If you're trying to hit your daily protein goals.
So, man, this Power Scoop ice cream, I know y'all been seeing it all through the episode, but this is something that we're coming out with very quickly. We got a couple batches out already.
We're already running trials.
Yep, and
10 thumbs up.
10 thumbs up, man. But 30 grams of protein in it. We're going to be working on getting the carbs on it down too. So, because that's actually the people that have gotten it, they love it. But a lot of people are going to keto diet right now, so the lower carb. So we're
trying to get bikini
ready, but still ice cream hungry. And so we're going to lower the carbs on it, but the pints are going to be going. Man, if you want anything, a special flavor, because we're going to sit around 5-6 flavors. We got 4 of them set already, so there's 2 flavors that are out for grabs. So like, comment, subscribe, but when you comment, tell me what flavor that you would like to see made out of some ice cream to make sure, like I said, 30 grams of protein in a pint. Tell me what flavors you guys want, because we'll listen. Like I said, there's 2 spots available. Whoever said, whatever flavor gets the most votes, that's what we'll start making for you guys, man. So a lot of big things. Oh, and exclusively at 740 Barbell. Exclusively at 740 Barbell, locally made. So let me know, because, hey, at the end of the day, we was talking about it. I don't care if you're dieting or what, you still get that sweet tooth.
Man, sweet tooth be calling my name.
Kingston downed the whole pint right after his workout. He's like, let me get one of them pints over there. He ate the whole thing right after the workout.
The funny thing is, he gonna ask me, Dad, do you got like a fork or something in my car? Then I just so happy to have one. Why do you have a fork in your car? Why would you ask me?
But it's all good, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all,
you.
man. Make sure you check out 740barbell.com for all the merch.
New merch, new shorts,
New shorts. I'm wearing them right now, man. These things are comfy. But check out for the merch. Check out for Z Cigars exclusively at 740barbell.com. Hit us up. You got any questions, any training questions? Right now, my books are a little bit open. So if you have some questions, man, I got time for you. At the end of the day,
I got time today.
At the end of the day, man, we're here to help you. If you've taken anything from all of these shows that you guys watch, at the end of the day, we're here to help people. That's one of the biggest things that we love to do is elevate and help people. So you got questions, man, hit us up, 740barbell.com. Make sure you watching Hit the Road Jackpot for all your car needs. Man, y'all are coming crazy with these cars. It's crazy.
Don't meet us there, beat us there.
Hey, man, this is the sweetest, Jonah. I don't even know what I was about to call you. You got
big Unk. Just call me Big Unk.
You got a big dog down there, man. Hey, this is the Pushing Weight Show.
Pushing Weight.
One of the best things to do after having a heavy squat day, going home, making a protein shake, and puffing on a Rocky Patel, bro.
Good Rocky Patel.
Man, and the best thing about it is we got the best prices around on ththese things.
Best prices, whether you want a box, a single cigar, or a variety pack. The only place you can get it is Z's Cigar Emporium on 740barbell.com. Check out the link.
Celebrate your PRs with a Rocky Patel from Z Cigars, baby. 740.
Something
Fresh, hearty, and downright delicious. Look no farther than Mike's Deli, where every bite feels like home.
From their signature subs piled high with premium meats and cheeses to their mouth-watering deli specials made just the way you like it, Mike's Deli has it all.
Need something quick for lunch? Mike's Deli has you covered fast with friendly service that'll get you back on the go, or just take a seat and enjoy the meal where that hits every single time.
Locally owned and family operated, Mike's takes pride in offering only the freshest ingredients, handpicked just for you. Mike's Deli, where every sandwich tells a story.
Come taste the difference today.